from Brunswick High School and the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic, where you want to try to win the day. It's St. Ed's basketball on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Hi again, everybody. I'm Adam Mendoza along with Donnie O'Toole. So glad to have you along for this matchup. These two teams met up last year, and it was a track meet back at St. Ed's, where St. Ed's won 121-104. Donnie, could we have the same thing tonight?
Anything's possible, especially when these two teams get together. Coach at Midpark is going to get this going up and down. From according to a couple of people I've spoken to, they really want to get that track meet going. I think we're doing a better job of just absorbing what's been given to us, and we'll take what we can get. If we get it going up and down, they score, we got to get the ball out and get the ball down the court. The key for us tonight, Adam, I think is going to be our pressure. If we can pressure these guys and get them to pick the ball up in our full court press and get the ball in transition and hit our free throws, we're going to have a great night.
Well, it's time to take a look at our impact player, and for St. Ed's, we've got to look at the young sophomore, Carson Link. He is doing a really good job, averaging 10 points a game, has a high of 16 the year, 47% from three-point range, and he's dishing out 2.2 assists a game, Donnie.
Yeah, but the other thing he does too is his court awareness. So he's diving for 50-50 balls. He's getting on the floor. He's trying to be a leader out there. He's a heady kid, still growing, still got some of the game to learn. But I look forward to watching him play tonight.
And for Berea-Midpark, you got to look at Nick Reese. If that name is familiar, he played on the football team, and last year in the game he dropped 41 points against St. Ed's. This year, Reese is averaging just over 20 points a game.
Well, he's going to get shots, and that's what great players do. They create their own shots. So look for him to come off some screens tonight. We got to do a good job hedging screens, not letting him flare out, and we got to blitz them as soon as they get across half court.
Well, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more as we get ready for the opening tip-off here at the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic in Brunswick on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
When your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your first patient. Until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else. All to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
At Joyce Buick GMC, serving the community for nearly 60 years means offering the best service and deals in town.
Check out our great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
We are receiving truckloads of new vehicles and fresh trade-ins daily.
Visit us today for our lowest prices and great selection.
And that's why people say, drive Joyce. Your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC. Visit us on Chester Road in Avon or online at drivejoyce.com.
And welcome back to Brunswick High School and the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic. It's time to take a look at our tale of the tape for these two teams. And Donnie, some of the numbers that are being put up by these two teams, it's ridiculous in a great way.
Well, what I was just saying to you, 80 points and we're only giving up 43. So that's a 2-to-1. Every 2 points we're scoring, we're giving up one. That's a great ratio. But look for, but then you look at Midpark, they're putting up 71. So if they get hot, we got to do a great job of trying to take the ball out of their scorer's hands and find someone else to beat us. So if Wick gets in a track meet, we got to try and tire them out. We got to use our subs well. As you know, we go, 8 or 9 deep now. So we're a young squad, and we just got to come out ready to go.
And one thing, when you look at Berea-Midpark, in their 3-game winning streak, they're just giving up 56.3 points a game.
Yeah, and credit that to their defense. It's not just about putting the ball in the hoop. They're committed to playing defense, and we're going to find out. Vosh's got to get open tonight. We got to have him come off some screens. He's got to flare out. JT, we got to get him going. So it's going to be a collective effort tonight for sure.
As we said, both of these teams are playing some very good basketball. The Eagles at 5-0, Berea-Midpark at 5-2. Berea-Midpark winners of their last 3 in a row. We're going to take this time out. When we come back, we'll get ready with starting lineups and the opening tip-off here at the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Donnie, I'm going to turn your mic down for the player introductions.
Showers, please bring your wallet to the concession stand. Oh wait, you can't, we have it. Please report to the concession stand you lost your wallet, Davion Showers. All right, fans, thank you for being here. And a special thank you to Berea-Midpark and St. Ed's programs for participating in this event. The Herron Holiday Hoop Classic is a special event for the Brunswick athletic community. It's named after former student athlete and coach here at Brunswick, Josh Herron. Josh was a player and coach of ours who battled cancer for over 7 years while at Brunswick High School and Balboa University. He passed away on May 5th, 2019, but his memory continues to live on in our programs and community. And with honor, we honor Josh by playing the game he loved, basketball. While fighting his battle against cancer, Josh had a simple phrase he carried with him. That phrase is, win the day. So we ask that you honor Josh today and every day by winning the day. Thank you. Fans and officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Greater Cleveland Conference. Today's officials are Christian Miller, Don Gable, and Troy Genefield. And now it's time to meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting St. Edward Eagles, led by head coach Eric Flannery. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 1, J.T. Kelsheimer. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 10, Carson Lake. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 11, Xavier Knox. At forward, a 6'7" junior, number 23, Ian Murray. And at guard, a 6'5" senior, number 30, Ryan Flossin. And now, it's time to meet the starters for the home team, your Berea-Midpark Titans, led by head coach Tom Harrington. At guard, 6'2" senior, number 1, Gigi Maddox. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 3, Dyson Clay. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 4, Bree Broughton. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 11, Nick Reed. And at forward, a 6'3" senior, number 13, Cal Maloney. All right, fans.
Well, there you have the starting lineups. We'll take a look at that starting lineup once again. Kelsheimer, Link, Knox, Murray, and Vlasic. And then it's Maddox, Clay, Bratton, Reese, and Maloney. St. Ed's in the road green uniforms trimmed in gold with the white numbers and gold letters. Berea-Midpark in their home whites with the Titans in blue and their numbers in orange. Donnie, this is going to be a fun one.
Well, it's going to be a fun one because, first of all, the environment is great because you're right on top. I mean, we are literally right on top of the court. So it's nice. That'll help us with the energy, with fans cheering and everything. We just got to get out and going right here.
And a very good crowd for basketball that's been here all day long. Maloney and Murray getting ready to jump at center, and the Eagles will get possession to start this game. Eagles are going right to left as we look at it. Kelsheimer to Vlasic into the corner. Going underneath, trying to get that one to Zamir Knox, and they couldn't get that one going. On the backdoor alley-oop.
That would have been a nice way to start.
Just underway, 20 seconds gone in this quarter. Carson Link facing heavy pressure up top. Gets it to Knox, gets by on the defender, stops at the free throw line, and he hits it.
That kid is just getting more and more mature as these games go on.
Has 2, averages 12 a game. Now, here comes Berea-Midpark. They race down the floor.
Yeah, boom.
And that's an offensive charge.
Way to go, JT.
Against Tyson Clay, the junior. That's his first foul of the ball game.
Cal stepping up to take a hit.
Vlasic will inbound the basketball. 7:20 remaining in the opening quarter. So glad to have you along here. Adam Mendoza along with Donnie O'Toole on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Eagles starting. Good cut to Vlasic off the window and in.
That is huge. Brian getting off to a quick start. Comes off the pick and screen, and they didn't switch. So if we can get away with that all night, we'll take that all night.
He had 15 against Sandusky, averages 16 a game. Nick Reese, he's their big man, averaging 20.6 points a game and the basketball. He'll work the baseline, has to kick it back out over to Bratton. He'll make a move on Knox, and Knox is draped all over him, and Carson Link almost got the pick off. Now Clay going to Reese, back out on top. Long three is nailed by Reed Bratton. He's a 37% three-point shooter. Eagles come back, can't get the ball in as Berea-Midpark with a 4-3 lead, looking to extend it. Reese driving the lane easily. Reese with his first 2, 5-4. Berea-Midpark with the lead. Now almost a turnover, a little bit lazy there. And here comes Maddox as Maddox comes in. You cannot let these guys go on a big run.
Well, we're getting sloppy here, so we got to take control of the possession here.
Very big test for the Eagles early on this season. The next couple of games, they're playing some heavyweights. Not only Berea-Midpark, Warrensville, and then St. Ignatius. 7-4, Titans with the lead.
That's a
Link
foul.
Lost it. Good play on the defensive side by the Titans. Another long three off the iron. Nobody there to pick up the rebound for the Eagles. Berea-Midpark, second opportunity. That almost jammed into the corner of the rim.
Well, that's what Berea's going to do. They're just going to fire him up at will and hope they can get the offensive rebound.
5:25 remaining. Kelsheimer in the paint. Stops, lefty floater. No good. Battle. Zamir Knox picks up his 4th point of the game. 7-6, Berea-Midpark with the lead. 2 minutes gone by in the opening quarter. Clay into the corner, over to Maddox. Bumping his way. Now off to Bratton. His 3 is good. 2 in a row for him.
Yeah, so we can't run at jump shooters. We got to be in better position there.
4-point lead, 10-6. Vlasic with the basketball up top. Picks up the dribble. Now there's Kelsheimer with his 3. Dances off the front of the rim. And we're going to have a foul in the backcourt, and that's going to be on Carson Link. Link will pick up his first foul of the ball game. Checking in is Dustin Hess for Zamir Knox.
So I don't know how long Flan's going to stay in this, but I would imagine, like, we're not pressuring the ball yet. I got to imagine we're going to pick up the press here soon.
4:30 to go here, opening quarter. Titans with a 10-6 lead here in Brunswick. Neutral site game. Nick Reese with a basketball. Going against Vlasic, battling his way down the lane, but he got cut off. Works it back to the left, high pick. Good there, move by Cal Maloney. Now they work it to Bratton into the left wing, and that one is hit by Tyson Clay. 13-6, biggest deficit the Eagles have seen this year. Boy, relentless pressure. Kelsheimer, baseline 3, dancing off the rim. Offensive rebound by Hess. Can't get that one to fall. Here comes Berea-Midpark on the run. Reese driving. Yes. 15-6. Coach Flannery letting the guys keep playing. They need to get out of it. Now Link with the big three, and he hits it. Big points for the young sophomore.
And that's what I love about Coach Flannery. He just lets their guys work through it. Calling a timeout there is kind of bailing them out. Let's suck it up defensively and get a stop.
Kelsheimer helping out. That one rimmed in and out. Rebounded by Ian Murray.
Let's go push it. There you go. Boom.
Easily on the transition. Dustin Hess with his first two. Good move in transition, Donnie.
Great move in transition. Way to see the floor, and we're going to our half-court trap here.
On the outside, Reese is going to toss one.
To clear it.
Eagles get the rebound, looking to cut the lead. They're down by 4. Hess left of the lane. Blocking foul is on Dylan Maddox.
So pay attention to how good we're spreading the floor. The problem is we're kind of still playing with the caboose attached to us. So once we start playing freely, making good cuts, I mean, we're kind of going through the motions a little bit as far as some of these cuts. Once we start making our straight line cuts, freeing up our shooters, Vlash, Kel, some of these other guys, those will start falling. Then I think we're going to get better looks in transition, and then we can pressure them as well.
Arbogast comes into the ball game along with Brendan Ansberry. Link will trigger the inbound. Ansberry, the senior, averaging a point a game. Gets it to Vlasic up at the top. Now they work it inside the paint.
Good move.
Little up and under. Can't get that one to fall for Cole Arbogast, the 6'7 junior. High pick up top. Reese getting it across over to Bratton. Has a couple of threes. And they're going to call the tight defense on Carson Link. That's his second foul.
Coach Flann looking at his bench, wondering who he's going to put in.
Well, Coach Flannery likes to go 8, 9, 10 deep. That's going to bring Mike Williams, the junior, off the bench to come in for the sophomore Carson Link, who sits down with 3 points in the ball game.
So that's where Carson's got it. He's going to learn. He's going to learn that he's got to play a little bit better in control. Can't pick up those petty fouls because we need him on the court.
4-point lead. Berea-Midpark with the lead and the basketball. Maloney, as they work the weave up top. Reese, dribble drive, right side, throws it up off the window. Beautiful move by Nick Reese. He's got 6. 17-11 our score. I like the way he plays. He is fearless around the basket. Now Vlasic doing his job. Can't get it to go. And the rebound is picked up by Weaver. Back off to Reese. Oh, behind the back dribble. Laying it up. No good. High off the glass. Hess with a rebound. Eagles in transition. Hess driving the lane. Floating it up and in. He's got 4. 17-13 lead. Cut down to 4. Breaking Y is Clay. Last touched by Ansberry. And it'll be Berea-Midpark Titan basketball. Donnie, the Eagles need to get a stop right now.
You got to get a stop, and we're getting beat off the dribble. So I don't know if sometimes Flan doesn't want weak side help, but I don't know if they're going to change that up. Switch defenses, pressure. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Maloney, little fadeaway, dances off the rim, no good. Ansberry with the rebound. He'll push it. Up the middle to the left lane, off the window, no good. And the tap in is Vlasic will get the credit for the point.
See, that's what dribble penetration does. It frees it up so Vlasic could go and get that tip in if he misses it, and he was right there for it.
Eagles cut down the lead to 2. But then Berea-Midpark answers back with the 3. Vinny Weaver from 3. 20-15. The lead is back to 5. Under a minute. Foul line extended. Vlasic with 6.
Right in his comfort zone.
Now here comes Reese and the bump on Dustin Hess.
I'm all right with that bump because, listen, if this Reese kid who's tough as nails is going to continue to drive like that, we have to put him on his butt sometimes. I mean, cleanly, but we got to jam cuts and talk and communicate because this kid's so quick and gutty that he's beating us off the dribble.
Tyson Clay, almost an intercept by Ansberry in the backcourt. Now the Eagles come up with the steal. Ansberry going in, throwing that up, doesn't go, and we're going to have a foul underneath against St. Ed's. Mike Williams getting called with his first foul. That is the Eagles' 4th foul. 1 to give with 38.3 seconds remaining. Dylan Maddox, the 6'2 senior, dribbling up the basketball, getting it over to Tyson Clay, the junior. Clay against Ansbury, left side, driving, stopping, popping, hitting. He has 5. 22-15. Under 20 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Vlasic looking back at Coach Flannery as he's in the forecourt in the high corner. Clock down to 8 seconds. Vlasic with it on the wing with 6. Long three.
Money.
And he knocks that one down.
As soon as he let it go, it looked good.
And that is going to be the end of the first quarter of play. A big Vlasic 3 cuts the lead down to 2. We're going to take this time out on the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Hi, Tony.
How you doing, man? Where do you need me?
We'll wait till halftime. Have a seat right here. What are we doing?
We're gonna have a live look at. Ready up on camera 2
And welcome back as you take a look at the St. Ed's bench. The Eagles getting a big 3 from Vlasic to make it 22-20. The lead was as big as 15-6, and the Eagles went on a 14-7 run. As you look at the folks here at Brunswick High School for the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic, and boy, great amount of fans here in attendance. While this gym only has one side of seats, it is packed to the rim.
So the thing about getting back in the game when we were down there, that's where senior leadership comes in. The seniors on the floor, they've been through this stuff, so the younger guys haven't. So it's good that there's a good mix of that the younger guys could get used to fighting back from a deficit.
Nick Reese driving, trying to throw it over to the corner to Vinny Weaver. His 3 doesn't go. Ball tapped up, picked up by Maloney, almost picked off. Reese driving, and he gets it.
Kid's tough as nails.
Nick Reese with 8 points. Lead back to 4. Easily underneath. And the basket is hit by Cole Arbogast, his first 2 of the game. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 7:25 remaining here in the first half. St. Ed's leading it, or St. Ed's trailing 24-22. Donnie, the Eagles have really climbed up a big mountain in that first quarter.
Well, I think a part of that is getting the ball out in transition and freeing some of our guys up there. If you notice, too, the ball, we have a lot of room on this floor because Berea's given us the lanes, the passing lanes, to pass and cut. Guys like Vlash, JT, these guys start hitting some of these threes, that's going to even widen us out even more. I wonder if Flan's going to come out into a press here out of a timeout right here.
Vlasic for the Eagles with 9. Reese for the Titans with 8. Tyson Clay has 5.
Yeah, we're going full court here, Adam.
On the inbound, it'll be Vinny Weaver, the 6'2 senior. Weaver will have the baseline. Gets it in over to Dylan Maddox. Now a steal and a hammer as the hammer comes down by Zymir Knox. He has 6. Game tied at 24. First tie of the ball game. Oh, that could have been a walk. Arbogast fighting, getting in a headlock with Maloney.
That better be a jump ball.
We're going to take a look at the Zymir Knox slam as he got the beautiful pass underneath and was able to ram that one home with 2 hands.
Coach Flan's saying that should be a jump ball, and I think he's right.
24-24, Titans with a basketball. Reese being guarded and hounded by Zymir Knox.
This was a great matchup here.
Way out on top. Now they throw it into the corner. Back to Reese up top. Eagles trying to go in that stifling man-to-man defense, working off the switch. And there's a steal, but Reese picks it up. He'll float up an 8-footer. That's no good. And they're going to say it was last touch by St. Ed's. Boy, Donnie, these teams are really battling underneath.
Yeah, and I was just watching that. Flosh got hit underneath there, and he was probably too far underneath it. He should put a body on someone, but these guys from Midpark aren't backing down at all. They're going to come and fight.
Boy, Coach Flannery really working the officials. Corner, open three, hits by Tyson Clay. He has 8. 27-24 our score.
Midpark in his zone, Adam. Look at the middle. We got to get to the gaps here. Short corner gaps. There you go.
Working it inside, floating it in, and getting the basket. They wanted a walk, but Arbogast gets 4.
He sashayed. He didn't walk.
27-26. Titans with a basketball. Clay with it has 8.
See, we're blitzing the guards there as soon as they get across half court.
Clay again driving the baseline. Good defensive play on the back door by Vlasic. Caleb Geddes, the sophomore's coming in. Let's see how he handles the track meet. Open three, missed, rebound Knox. Zymir running it up the floor. Off to Geddes inside the paint. Little flip to Knox. Back to Vlasic. And he got fouled as he did the up fake. And the foul will be on Dylan Maddox. That is his second foul of the ball game. Boy, just that little up fake caused the problem. Now Kelsheimer will trigger the inbound. Left of the basket. Knocks back to JT. His 3 off the rim. Geddes with the rebound and a foul underneath.
The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Now they're going to see the foul is going to be on Reed Bratton. That's his first. That'll send Caleb Geddes to the free throw line. 33% from the 3. Not too many opportunities. 1 of 3. And now 1 of 4. First free throw thrown in the game today, Donnie. And we're already 5:35 in the second quarter.
Do you really want me to comment on that? Are you trying to push my buttons?
Geddes, his second free throw. No good. Rebounded by Maloney. Eagles trying to thwart any type of high-octane offense of the Titans. Long lead. Good tap, and they're going to say it was off of Caleb Geddes.
Everyone on that bench right across from us, absolutely not.
Boy, Coach Flannery is really working that baseline official. 5:22. Nick Reese with a basketball. Clay. Nice matchup against Kelsheimer. Back to Reese. Oh, nice play by Zamir Knox. He'll run to the line, and he gets the layup. Knox with 8. Eagles get the first lead of the game at 28-27, climbing up a huge hill. Now Dylan Maddox tries to go. Eagles get the rebound on the move. Down to Gaddis, and it goes out of bounds. Knocked by Dylan Maddox.
So what you got to wonder right now, Adam, is our transition getting Berea a little bit tired?
Eagles ended the first quarter on a 14-7 run, and they lead at 28-27.
Get out of the corner.
Vlasic back to Knox on the wing. Thought about the 3 inside the low block.
Nice pass.
Nice give and go, but Kelsheimer could not finish. Reese the other way. 10 for him. 29-28.
Berea does a great job leaking like that, and we just got to get guys back.
Down to 4.5 to go in the opening half. 29-28.
Short corner, there it is.
Partial block. Berea-Midpark comes up with it. They've got a 1-point lead, looking to extend it. Reese knocked out of bounds by Zymir Knox. Checking back into the ball game is Brendan Ansberry. Ian Murray checking in. Geddes and Kelsheimer check out. Long inbound pass to Tyson Clay. In that game last year, he had 13 points of their 104.
That's crazy.
And just looking at the facial expression of Coach Flannery, we'll take a look at it. And, boy, talk about a touch foul. Maloney with a basketball. Murray coming out on him. Ansbury on the hand check. Driving, Reese baseline, kicking it out. Off to Bratton, back to Reese in the corner. On the sideline, his shot doesn't go. Rebounded by the Eagles. They'll look to take the lead on this possession with 3.5 to go. Zymir Knox floats it in, and he'll go to the line. 10 for Zymir Knox. Knox will go to the free throw line. He's a 73% free throw shooter. Has 10 on the evening, looking for 11. And the Eagles are 0 for 3 at the line so far. On the year, they're 73% from the charity stripe. Maddox back to Reese, has to chase it down. Now he drives. Oh, through traffic. Rebounded on the offensive side. Clay, his three is good. He has 11. 32-30. And the Eagles turn the ball over. Under 3 minutes to go. Clay with a basketball again, and they're going to say, well, he called for a tip. Then he calls the foul on Ansbury. Oh, we see the officials calling it very, very tight, as you see Coach Flannery wanting to get an explanation, and I think Coach Flannery has taken him off his Christmas card list.
Well, at some point, I don't know.
It's being called very tight with the Eagle defense. Clay stopping, spinning, missing. Maloney off, long three. Doesn't get it to go. Second offensive rebound. Reese can't get it to go. Zymir Knox picks up the loose ball. Eagles down by 2. There's a big three. That's missed. Ball knocked out of bounds by, and they're going to say, oh my, the Eagles got a huge break. Wow. Eagles got a huge, huge break. Nope. Now the official changes his mind, and
they got it right.
He got it right.
They got it right. That's all you can ask. But this just kind of goes into like we're not getting any of the 50-50 balls. I mean, they're beating us to the ball. They're just. I mean, I don't know if the ball's found directly in their hands, or if we're not doing it, or they're afraid to get called petty calls. But we got to start win those 50-50 balls.
Kelsheimer back into the ball game. Hess out there against Reese. That three comes in and out on the miss by Tyson Clay, who has 11. Hess, the sophomore, gets it off as they work it to the left side. Williams underneath, and it'll stay with St. Ed's. Last touch by the Titans. Last year, these two teams, 121-104. Berea-Midpark has won 3 games in a row. That little bunny shot does not go. Second attempt for Williams does not go, but he got fouled.
There's a lid on that.
Reed Broughton picking up his second foul of the ball game. Berea-Midpark with 4 fouls as a team. Eagles down by 2, 32-30. Williams at the line, a 50% free throw shooter, and he connects. Eagles get their first free throw of the game. They're 1 of 4 at the line. Looking to improve on the percentage. Bingo. Williams with 2, averages 4. And the Eagles tie the game at 32. Second tie of the ball game. Both of them coming in the second quarter. Oh, there's the leak. Clay driving, and he gets it and one. Wow. Tyson Clay with 13 on the athletic play and the drive, and the foul is on Ansbury.
That call was so late.
What an athletic play by Tyson Clay.
That kid, I tell you what, that kid's a problem because he's hurting us tonight. He's doing a great job.
And he hits the three-point play. 14 for him. 35-32. Talk about getting a three-point play the hard way. Minute 50 remaining in the opening half. It's been a back-and-forth battle. Eagles have had the lead ever so slight, but they climbed up a big hill in the first quarter.
Look at that middle.
Zone defense. Kelsheimer on the baseline underneath to Hess. Going in, good pass to Vlasic. On the cut, he has 11. Eagles cut the lead to 1. Clay driving through traffic off to Reese. Those two are like the Energizer bunnies. They just keep going and going and going. Clay on the drive. Clay gets fouled, and the foul will go on Zymir Knox. And that's his first, team fifth. Tyson Clay, 43% from the charity stripe, has 14, now 15. He's 2 of 2 at the line, averaging 18 points a game. He's got 15 so far, 10 in the second quarter alone. Make it 11. (37-34). Lead back to 3. Down to 67 seconds remaining. Knox, Vlasic looking to bring the rain, and he does.
If they're going to leave that kid open, shoot it all night.
Tied at 37 as he knocked that one down. Now can the Eagles get a stop? Clay, double team in the corner. Steal, Kelsheimer. Off to Vlasic.
Fire it up.
A long 3. Yes! He got the friendly roll. He has 17, and the Eagles go up 40-37. Eagles get a steal. Kelsheimer working right side, stopping, popping. Yes, he does.
There we go.
Kelsheimer with his first 2. The lead is 5 at 42-37 with 14 seconds to go.
Yeah, great energy here at the end of the first half.
Another steal, but Hess comes up with it. Off to Kelsheimer. He dials it. Downtown, can't get it to go. Ball loose on the floor, and that is going to end the first half of action. What a run by St. Ed's as they go up by 5, 42-37 to end the second half. We'll take this time out. You're watching the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
When your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your first patient. Until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else. All to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
At Joyce Buick GMC, serving the community for nearly 60 years means offering the best service and deals in town.
Check out our great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
We are receiving truckloads of new vehicles and fresh trade-ins daily.
Visit us today for our lowest prices and great selection.
And that's why people say, drive Joyce. Your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC. Visit us on Chester Road in Avon or online at drivejoyce.com.
Ohio, are you ready for Monsters, The Fury, and The Charge? Are you ready to finally watch sports the way they should be? Free Rock Entertainment Sports Network, The Rock, 24/7 access to local Ohio sports and entertainment. No cords, no apps, no subscriptions. Every level of competitive sports, from high school to the pros. Live for viewers across Ohio. Watch The Rock now on Channel 22.1 or Spectrum 979.
All right, I'm trying to get this stupid thing to work on my phone. Welcome back. It is halftime. St. Ed's up 42-37. Let's take a look at some of the halftime numbers. JT Kelsheimer with 2. Carson Link with 3. Zymir Knox with 10. Mike Williams with 2. Cole Arbogast with 4. Dustin Hess with 4. Brian Vlasic with 17. for Berea-Midpark. Dylan Maddox with 2. Reed Bratton with 6. Nick Reese with 10. Vinny Weaver with 3. Tyson Clay with 16. Donnie, your thoughts after the Eagles were down by as much as 15-6 and had to claw their way back up. We've had 3 ties in the game, and when it was tied at 32 apiece, the Eagles ended the quarter on a 10-5 run.
Well, I think a couple of thoughts is, once again, we're going to be a lot of teams Super Bowl. So they're going to come out gunning. They're going to be ready to go. And not that we weren't ready to go. I just think it took us a quarter or some time to get acclimated to the style of play that we're going to be able to get to play with. If Berea stays in this zone, I think we're going to run away with this. And then obviously we also learned that if we turn the pressure up and get the ball going up and down, we're going to get any shot we want. But we got to take care of the ball. We got to get the 50-50 balls. I think we got to get back to basics a little bit. Vlosh has got the hot hand. We need to free him up. Kelsch is doing his thing. So, we need a collective effort from everyone tonight.
42-37 is our score, and it has been an up and down game. The Eagles ending on a 5-0 run to end the quarter, and we'll take this time out on the Eagles Sports Network and the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. And welcome back to the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic here in Brunswick. The Eagles with a 42-37 lead. We talked about what the Eagles need to do and continue to do better, Donnie, in the second half.
Well, it's going to – this first couple minutes are really going to indicate if Berea's going to be able to hang with us or not. I don't know what – I wasn't in the locker room at halftime, but I think Flan wants to get, that last couple minutes where we had the run I thought was great because it showed just how capable, we could take this to another level. So I don't know if Brecksville or Midpark's ready for that or not, but we're going to find out right now after I sit down and get out of your way.
So it'll be St. Ed's going left to right as we look at it, going towards their bench and with the basketball and a 5-point lead. Working it underneath on the backdoor cut is Vlasic, and Vlasic picks up his 19th point, and the Eagles extend it to 44-37. On the drive and the foul, they're going to call it on J.T. Kelsheimer.
Foul call on the Eagles, number 1, J.T. Kelsheimer.
Kelsheimer with his first foul. At the line is Dylan Maddox. His free throw is good. Dylan Maddox with 3. He's 1 for 1 at the line. 44-38 our score. Second free throw, missed. Eagles getting the rebound. That's Ian Murray, averaging 2 rebounds a game. Zymir Knox driving strong.
Goes right by him. What a move.
12 for him, 46-38. Eagles come up with another steal. Vlasic on the wing, dribble, drive, penetration.
Get in there.
Couldn't get it. Loose ball, and it's going to stay with St. Ed's as Ian Murray battled for that basketball.
Well, obviously, if Berea's going to allow us to attack the rim, we'll take that all night long because they can't stop us inside.
Kelsheimer with a basketball on the trigger, inside to Knox. He'll float one in, no good.
Stays here.
Nope,
Ooh.
It's going to go to Berea-Midpark. Eagles, relentless pressure.
That's where it turned it up.
Clay bringing up the basketball. He has 16. Clay driving left of the lane, dumping it down to Maddox. Maddox trying to back his way in. No foul called. Underneath to Maloney, out to Reese. And Reese stepped on the end line.
Little things like that are frustrating Berea-Midpark, so that's good for us because we'll take as many turnovers as they'll give us.
Possession arrow in favor of Berea-Midpark. Eagles up by 8. Their biggest lead of the night. Now they're going to spread the floor a bit. Looking for the high pick. Kelsheimer on the wing. Working the pick and roll. Kelsheimer in big traffic. Now backs it off to Zymir Knox.
Yeah, so we're going to run this interchange here. What's going to happen here, Adam? We're going to try and lull them to sleep and get a good backdoor layup here.
Knox driving right of the lane, going strong. Off the window and in!
Kid is just so silky smooth.
14 for him. Lead is 10. Back over to Clay. Bratton with the basketball. Has a couple of threes. Has been silent since the first quarter. Lead is 10 for St. Ed's. Tyson Clay tosses up a 3. That one almost jammed in the side of the rim.
Let's go. Look at him running middle. Look at middle. He's there. Give it to him.
Now here comes Knox. His long 3. No good. Vlasic had the rebound, lost the basketball, and it'll go to Berea-Midpark on the tie-up.
Listen, we got our big guys running the floor down the middle wide open. We got to see them because he was wide open.
10-point lead, 5.5 to go. Knocked out of bounds by St. Ed's on the relentless pressure.
Definitely have turned it up a notch here. The other thing Adam noticed too, we have not taken a jump shot yet. All our shots are at the rim.
Inbound to Nick Reese. Reese with 10 points in the game. Drives against pressure. Kicking it off over to Bratton. Back to Tyson Clay. 5.5 to go.
Let's say keep him there. Keep him there.
Here's Bratton in the lane. Spin move. Nice. Reed Bratton with his 8th point of the night.
That's a good move.
And the timeout will be called by St. Ed's. 48-40. We'll take this timeout on the Eagles and on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
When your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your first patient. Until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else. All to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
48-40, St. Ed's with the lead. They were down by as much as 15-6. Clawed their way back to a 22-20 deficit at the end of the first quarter. Tied it at 24, 32, and 37. and then they regained the lead and took it at 48-40.
Yeah, Coach Smith checking in. I asked him what did he thought, what did he hear in the locker room, what fans saw or what he thought. He said, St. Ed's, we're letting them go to the right too easy, so we got to shut that off and force them left. Also, we need to finish at the rim. A lot of rim shots we had didn't fall in that first half. Defensive rotations are poor. We need better second effort. And then we gave up too many offensive rebounds. We talked about that.
5:10 remaining in the third quarter, and the Eagles up by 8 points. Kelsheimer facing a tough defense by Tyson Clay.
And that 8 points is nothing for this Midpark team.
Yeah, they can knock down a couple of threes and be right back in the game. But then Zymir Knox comes in with a drive to the lane, and he has 16.
He's having a quarter.
Lead is back to 10 at 50-40.
See, great things happen at the rim, Adam. Oh, backdoor. There you go.
There's a steal. Knox in the middle.
Take it.
Knox right of the lane, off to Vlasic. Fakes the three.
Money.
Tosses one up. No. Rebounded by Clay. Here comes Berea-Midpark with the over-the-head pass to Nick Reese, and it goes out of bounds.
You could kind of see a little bit the momentum going our way, and Berea's just kind of getting frustrated a little bit. We got to really, really step on the gas here. Let's get this to about 15 points before the end of the third.
4.5 to go. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touched by Reed Bratton, the 6'3 junior. He has 8 points in the game. Tyson Clay leads Berea-Midpark with 16.
That's got to be Bratton, Coach Bratton's son, I'm sure.
Kelsheimer.
Knock it in. Knock it in, baby. Boom.
Bingo. Nothing but net from Vlasic.
You could tell when he's comfortable, he just gets in that rhythm and he just lets it fly. Great rotation on that ball.
22 points for him. The other way is hit by Reed Bratton.
It's all right, let's go.
53-43, the lead cut down back to 10. Both teams trading threes. Inside the paint, making the move, floating one up, in and out of the rim. Offensive rebound, and a foul underneath on Berea-Midpark. And the foul is on Cal Maloney.
Foul call on number 13, Cal Maloney gets second.
Maloney picking up his second foul.
Samara taking a well-deserved break here.
10-point lead for St. Ed's. They get it to Vlasic. Got fouled on the way to the basket. He'll go to the free throw line for two.
That's a kid who just knows how to create space when he's got two guys on him, to step into him, to create that space, and just has no look, and all of a sudden he gets the ball and he's at the free throw line.
Brian Vlasic with 22, looking for 23. His first trip to the charity stripe. Knocks that one down.
That's not even close to hitting the rim.
He's a 95% free throw shooter. Had 28 in the game last year.
Excellent student in the classroom, from what I'm told.
Cole Arbogast checks in. Lead is 12 for St. Ed's. He'll be heading to Ashland University, committing there. Now Tyson Clay trying to break down the defense. He'll stop, he'll pop, he'll hit. Tyson Clay with 19.
That young man is having himself a night.
Eagles getting the ball to Vlasic on the cut is Link, and Link floats one in. Carson Link with the basket. He has 6. Make that 5. Eagles get the rebound.
Push it. Get it middle.
Kelsheimer driving with a beautiful spin move. Wow. Kelsheimer only with 4, and that got the oohs and ahs going here. Now Nick Reese, he'll throw it up. No good.
Let's go.
Carson Link with the basketball. 59-46. Kelsheimer driving, left-hander off the window.
He's feeling it.
4 1/4, 6 in the game. Bratton with a basketball on the wing. Lead is 61-46 with 2.5 to go in the third.
Yeah, we talked about a 15-point lead, and we're there.
Clay driving, stopping, popping. No. Rebounded by Link. Link averaging 2.4 rebounds a game. Reverses his move. Now gets it to Hess. Hess
Keep it
in
up.
traffic. Gets it off over to Arbogast, and a timeout will be called with 2:11 to go in the third quarter. St. Ed's up 61-46. We're going to keep it here, Donnie.
Well, if you look at the tail of the tape, the amount of points that Berea was scoring per game is 71 or something like that. They're not on pace to get that. So we're doing a great job better at the second half defensively of stopping the ball and then leaking and getting the ball going in transition. The other thing is our inside play of getting to the glass has opened up guys for Vlash, and now Kelsch is doing his thing. So it's starting to really all come together for us right now.
Leading the scoring for St. Ed's is Brian Vlasich with 24. Following his tail on that one is Zymir Knox with 16. Zymir Knox with 6 in the quarter. Eagles down 15-6 in the first quarter. Cut it down to 22-20 at the end of one. Tied it at 24. Tied it at 32. Tied it at 37, and then ended the half leading 42-37, and now they lead it 61-46. Zymir Knox trying to work the baseline, floating it off, and one.
That's just such a big-time move. That is just such a big-time move.
18 for him.
He is feeling it.
Maddox picking up his third foul. Zymir Knox at the line. Hits the 3-point play. Knox with 19. 1 of 2 at the line. Clay with a basketball and a $150 in the quarter. Bratton kicking it out. Clay, another 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Arbogast. Out to Link quickly. Good steal there by Clay. He'll throw it up to Reese. He'll throw it up off the air on a circus shot. That doesn't go, and an ill-advised shot. Now the Eagles try to run it back, and there's a pick-off. Reese getting the pick, driving, getting the basket. Nick Reese with 12. 64-48 St. Ed's. Nice give and go, but another steal by Clay. Looking to cut the lead down. Reese again. No basket. Arbogast rebound. Carson Link being hounded in the backcourt as he gets it to Zymir Knox. Under 52 seconds to go. Knox will back it off. 44 seconds. Knox at the 3-point arc, between the leg dribble, driving, floating, no, rebound by Berea-Midpark. Loose down the floor, getting it off. There's a 3 that is hit by Vinny Weaver, his second 3 of the game. 64-51 lead cut to 13. No lead is safe with Berea-Midpark when they can throw up the 3s. Ansbury getting it off to Carson Link with 7. 5. Down to 4. Getting the high pick. 2. Link lost it. And that's going to end the third quarter of play. St. Ed's leading at 64-51. We've got 1 quarter remaining. We'll take this time out on the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. 64-51 as we head to the final stanza, as the Eagles taking the lead after they gained it at 37. They went up 40-37. They haven't looked back, but do not put the foot off the gas pedal as Berea-Midpark can come back.
Well, we just saw their last couple possessions at the end of the quarter. They're steal, layup, steal three. You know, they're scrappy bunch of kids who aren't going to quit. So, we got to hope these kids who've been playing all these minutes, hopefully they get a little bit winded. I throw right at Vlach on the post right now.
Eagles will get it to start the fourth quarter of play. Kelsheimer getting it on the give and go. Off to Zymir Knox. He'll fake the three.
Not getting
open
hit.
From the top.
Boom.
Bingo.
Boom.
27 for Vlasic. 67-51. What a way to open quarter number 4 with another three.
Yeah, just like Flan designed.
Bratton from 3. His shot no good. Kelsheimer with another rebound. Off to Knox. Knox has to be careful. Gets it to Hess. Back to Knox on the layup. He has 21. 69-51. Nick Reese can't get it. Offensive rebound. Second attempt. No good. Rebound by Zymir Knox. Has a big smile as he and Vlasic battled for the basketball. Hess stopping at the line, kicking it out. Knox off to Kelsheimer, and they'll reset the offense.
Yeah, we're patient. We're good. We're going to get a good look here.
Eagles spreading the floor. Vlasic got it knocked away. Back to Hess. Lucky bounce.
They're jamming Vlach on the cuts, and he's getting bumped and pulled.
69-51. Hess with it on the left side.
We're in our flex series here.
Arbogast holding the basketball, getting it to Vlasic. 5-second count is on. He'll back it off. Kelsheimer. Patience is a virtue for this Eagle offense right now. Kelsheimer fakes the three, drives in, gets it back over to Hess.
Reload, we're good.
Inside to Knox. Knox, what a dribble drive, and he still has the basketball. And they're going to call the foul on Berea-Midpark. And the foul is on Reed Bratton, and that will be his third foul of the game. .6:04 remaining. 69-51. Eagles will trigger the inbound by Kelsheimer. Vlasic had the fight off Bratton. Now they get it to Gaddis. Little short jumper, no. Rebounded by Reese. Had a good look at the basket.
Yeah. They're face guarding Vlach because they don't even want him touching the ball.
That's because he's got 27 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Dustin Hess getting the long rebound. Eagles will get it over the timeline quickly. Kelsheimer driving. No! Just hung and fell off the rim. It was like the elf on the shelf knocked it out of the cylinder. Nick Reese driving, spinning, throwing it up, and I don't know how he made it, but he gets his 14th point. 69-53. Kelsheimer off to Vlasic.
Ooh, pull the trigger, big guy.
Hess, his three. Rims out. Gaddis rebound, put back in. His first two of the night. 71-53. We'll keep it here. 5:04 remaining. Eagles up 71-53. Brian Vlasic with 27. Zymir Knox with 21.
So Knox having 21, but Vlach's 27 has been kind of under the radar, but I mean, everything he's touching is just turning to gold. He's doing a great job. Interesting.
5 3-pointers for Vlasic.
5 3-pointers for Vlach.
He has 5.
How many free throws does he have?
He's only at the free throw line twice.
Wow. A kid that active is only at the free throw line twice.
5:04 remaining in the fourth quarter.
See, I like the timeout. I hope also, too, I think Flan's telling these guys, listen, we got to keep the pressure up. We can't let up. I mean, we're up a bunch, but we still got to just keep doing what we're doing. Flan's calling off the dogs here, or the press, in straight 10.
5 minutes to go. Berea-Midpark down 71-53. Clay getting the ball. Long shot. That one missed by Vinnie Weaver, and the Eagles come up with the rebound. Knox walks it up. Underneath to Gaddis, back to Hess. Can't get it. Gaddis with the rebound. Back over to Knox, and the Eagles will reset.
Right, reset.
Flossage.
He
Eagles are getting good cuts.
Yeah, we're getting great cuts.
Plays being called. Kelsheimer driving through traffic underneath. And the basket's going to count for Dustin Hess.
The spacing is what's causing that, Adam. We got guys calling for the ball, and then other guys are passing and cutting, creating great space. Our guards are showing a lot of poise by taking care of the ball. Great possession there for the St. Edward Eagles.
And Hess looking for the three-point play, knocks it home. Dustin Hess with 7. Eagles up 74-53. Long three, nailed by Vinnie Weaver. 9 for him, all coming from three-point range. Kelsheimer kicking it off. Vlasic can't get that high-arching shot to fall, and that's thrown out of play on the attempted save by St. Ed's. Under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Want to thank you for joining us in the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic here from Brunswick. Clay driving it out. Vinnie Weaver missing on the shot, got it partially deflected. Now Vlasic is going to run the floor. He'll slow it up. Off to Kelsheimer. Baseline move. Off the window, high, off the box and in.
Pick your poison.
He has 8. 76-56. The lead is back to 20. And the rebound. St. Ed's will get it after last touch by Dylan Maddox. Berea-Midpark came into this game riding a 3-game winning streak, holding opponents to 56 points.
Yeah, I should have paid attention to how many shots that Berea-Midpark has taken this game.
Now they turn the ball over on the steal in the double team. Clay throws it up, and he hits. Tyson Clay with 22. 76-59. Hess with a basketball. Vlasic wing 3. No. Ball loose. Picked up by Dylan Maddox. Up ahead to Reese. And Reese will get fouled by Dustin Hess.
Stop fouling.
That's only the first foul for St. Ed's in the quarter. Donnie, what stat book are you looking at?
Just want to see if you were paying attention to me still. I'm sitting in front of you. Throw popcorn kernels in my head, I wouldn't know.
Nick Reese at the free throw line with 14, and he misses that one. That's his first miss at the line. He's normally a 71% free throw shooter, averages 20 a game, has 14 tonight.
I'd like to take the time to wish the whole St. Edward community and Berea-Midpark community a very joyous Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Nick Reese connects on the back end, 15 for him. Happy holidays to everybody. On the drive, partially blocked. They're going to call the foul on Reed Bratton. That's his 4th.
So if you go back and watch the video, and he's doing a great job, but Vosh has probably passed up 4 or 5 three-pointers easy tonight. And that's just who he is. You know, he wants to get everyone involved in the game. If you could give up a 3 to get a 2, or get to the foul line, like we just did right there.
Williams, 3 points on the night, all coming from the charity stripe. He's 4 of 5 at the line this season, averaging 4 points a game. Looking to hit the average, and he does. 4 for him. 78-60. Long three, way off the mark. Picked up by Kelsheimer with 2.5.
Berea-Midpark sweeping the bench.
Geddes with the reverse layup and in. He's got 4. 80-60. Coach Harrington going to bring in a fresh 5, as so is Coach Flannery. Now the long three is missed, and Geddes comes up with a rebound on the loose tip. Off to Kelsheimer with 2:10. Kelsheimer off to Williams. His 3, no. Williams was 2 of 4 before that 3. Down to $157. Kicking it out. Weaver, no. Rebound Williams. Timeout is called by Flannery just to get substitutions in. 80-60. And what a game by the first and second teamers of St. Ed's.
Well, you know, towards the end there, we had the top 6-7 guys in there, and we got contributions from everyone who's played tonight. So it's nice to have a game like this where we really needed to find our way in our path and impose our will. And when we started doing that, it was probably about midway through the second quarter. Wouldn't you say, Adam, that we really kind of took over? But you look at our guys and just how the hot hands were, and all the guys who didn't get in the scorebook, but they did all the little things. So it was a team effort tonight for sure.
Owen McGurr with a basketball, sporting the face mask to protect the nose. On the cut is Juliana. Underneath. Ball will be picked up by Eric Johnson. Off to Donta Howard. Howard throws it up, no good. Tapped up loose. Big rebound by Brandon Witten. And Witten gets his first 2 of the game. The 6'6 senior. Sam Verigalotti picking up the foul. Only 5 fouls called in the fourth quarter between both teams.
Oh.
Witten missing on the free throw. McGurr with a basketball. Rowan Kelly now. Had it. Foul on the floor. That'll stop the clock with 67 seconds remaining.
What is the schedule for the Eagles upcoming?
They will take on Warrensville Heights on Tuesday, and then St. Ignatius on January 3rd at Public Hall, and Juliana getting the basket, his first 2 of the night. Under a minute to go, 82-62.
Where's that Iggy game at? Home?
At Public Hall.
Public Hall.
That'll be a St. Ignatius home game, and that game will be on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Live. McGurr comes up with it, 40 seconds remaining. Eagles down 15-6 at one point, cut it to 22-20 at the end of the first quarter, and the foul on the shot, and the foul is on Jack Marr. Eagles had tied it at 24. Then they tied it at 32, tied it at 37, and after that, it was all St. Ed's as Verigalotti picks up his first points. He averages 4.5 a game, 1 tonight, looking for 2. Comes into the game, 50% free throw shooter. Now that percentage will go down a little bit. Witten picks up the rebound with 25 seconds for the Titans. And the basketball, Donta Howard. Ball thrown out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Ed's with 16 ticks remaining. And for the 2 assistant coaches for St. Ed's, the Hamilton brothers, they got to feel pretty good because they used to be former Berea-Midpark coaches on the staff.
Yeah, I see Miles over there throwing warm-ups to everyone.
Eagles are going to win this one 83-62. We'll take this time out. You're watching the Herron Holiday Hoops Classic on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. let's make sure we can get the. You want to do a quick out?
I want to do a quick out. Ready, in 3, 2, 1.
82-62 or 83-62. St. Ed's with the win. Tyson Clay finished for Berea-Midpark with 22. Nick Reese had 16 for the Eagles. Zymir Knox finished with 21. And Brian Vlasic finished the game with 27. Donnie?
Well, they complement each other, and, it's kind of one of those things, Adam. I think as the season goes on, it's going to be pick your poison. It doesn't matter who scores a touchdown with us because we got so many weapons. The beautiful part about this whole thing is we're going to be gelling at the right time with all these young guys we're getting in for quality minutes against quality opponents. It's really going to help us come tournament time, which is the plan I'm sure Coach Flan has. So the more senior leaders can pitch in and help out, the better these younger guys are going to be.
Eagles win this one 83-62. That'll wrap up things. Big thanks to the folks here at Brunswick High School for hosting us. Final score, St. Ed's